Unfortunately, Albuquerque has been one of those cities where violent crime rates remain too high. I don't think it's a secret.
And that is the big story here at 6 tonight. U.S. Attorney General Bill Barr had a lot to say about our crime problem when he visited our Duke City today. Now, he was here to announce results of a new crime-fighting partnership targeting fugitives here in the metro and in the Four Corners.
Barr and a handful of local law enforcement told reporters they captured more than 325 fugitives and removed stolen guns and drugs off of our streets. But perhaps the biggest surprise of the announcement was when the U.S. Attorney General flat out said New Mexico's laws are subpar and do not keep violent offenders off of our streets.
And foreign investigator Christian Mendez was in the room, and Chris, AG Barr specifically said that we've got a problem keeping dangerous offenders behind bars.
Yeah, you guys are absolutely right. And nobody in the room really expected the U.S. Attorney General to make such a critical analysis of New Mexico's judiciary. He offered those comments after I asked what happens with this partnership now that the operation is over. Take a look at how this played out. You had mentioned that the operation concluded, but what does the future look like for these partnerships? This community shouldn't expect for these partnerships to dissolve, right?
Unfortunately, the system in New Mexico is subpar. It's not doing its job of keeping violent offenders off the streets. And what these partnerships allow is the state and local law enforcement, when they identify a case of a dangerous offender, they can take it to the feds and have us use our laws that are stronger. Hopefully, at some point, New Mexico's system will come up to snuff.
That idea is one that Bernalillo County District Attorney Raul Torrez is already using for crimes involving guns. Instead of trying these cases in state courts, he moves them over to federal courts where laws are tougher and judges are more inclined to keep suspects behind bars until their trial. My colleague Ryan Laughlin asked this follow-up question.
Attorney General, you said that the law enforcement system in New Mexico is subpar. What specifically needs to change so that it's stronger here and we can better protect our communities?
I think one of the basic problems is the failure to provide pre-trial detention of dangerous offenders. That has the effect of not only allowing the offender back on the street where they can commit more crimes, but it also intimidates the neighborhoods and prevents people from coming forward because they feel that these people will be right back out on the streets. I think part of the problem there is, frankly, the judiciary in New Mexico, not using the laws that they have to keep dangerous criminals in pretrial detention.
Many New Mexicans share AG Barr's thoughts. Just this past weekend, protesters took to the streets upset that a judge allowed Fabian Gonzalez out of jail before his trial. Gonzalez is a suspect in the rape and murder of Victoria Martins, and protesters told us they think he is dangerous, and despite the judge's ruling, they believe he should remain in jail pretrial. And the Public Defender's Office here in New Mexico is weighing in on this. They sent us a statement that reads in part that feds should help our communities by sticking around and offering funding for more drug treatment, education, jobs, and rehabilitation in our prison system instead of just playing the blame game. Interesting day here in Albuquerque for sure, guys. Steve, back to you.